currently in the VIP tram. Look at this.
Get my VIP.
Come here, meter.
Come here. Get in this goofy bus.
We literally have the best seats.
Wait, so Jesus, bro. What? I got it.
You're gonna put it up on YouTube.
I can't wait for the King Kong ride.
I mean for the King Kong part. Yeah.
Ready? My phone is literally gonna fall out. So I'm gonna hold that tight as I can. The only thing you see outside is a whole entire space. So I'm gonna go outside. But that one kiss. Wait, where's my seatbelt?
All right, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hopefully not too loud, not too quiet for y'all back there. What is up, everyone? Welcome aboard your VIP trolley experience around the Universal Studios Backlot. You excited or what? If you're wondering who this beautiful person is up here towards the front, I'll tell you exactly who it is. It is your driver of the tour. That's right. Give it up for James. He's our MVP of the VIPs, getting our show literally on the road. Otherwise, it's a very, very long walk. But James is not alone. He's got two buddy tour guides. My name is Austin. Austin's group makes some noise. And of course, we got the wonderful Karen up here in the front. Karen's group makes some noise. I love it. I love it. Again, one big happy family traveling around the backlot safely and soundly. And how we do it safely and soundly is by keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the trolley at all times, right? Check out these giant bay windows. Perfect for taking photos, but also perfect for losing items, especially ones at pocket level. So anything does fall off the trolley, just raise your hand in the air, get Karen, James, or Austin's attention, and yeah, we'll hopefully be able to stop the trolley, go back and get your item. Unless we're inside of a building. That's a very different story inside of a building. So just keep an extra eye on all your loose articles throughout the entire tour. And speaking of the tour, it's our 60th anniversary of the studio tour. And here we got our master of ceremonies one, Jimmy Fallon, to help introduce the tour to us. So hey, Jimmy, take it away. Action.
Hey, what's up, Jimmy?
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. Welcome aboard the world-famous studio tour. I know what you're thinking. Why the tux? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we'll pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
That's right, Jimmy. Thank you so much. And hey, speaking of excitement, the excitement began all the way in the early 1900s. March 15th, 1915. That is when we officially opened Universal Studios to the public. Our founder, Carl Laemmle, founded the strangest little city in the world, Universal City, where over the last 100 years, we have produced over 8,000 feature films, right? And speaking of the tour, yeah, back then we had a walking tour that went throughout the back lot. But once, quiet on set was required for, filming, because, yeah, we had, movies become known as talkies. Well, not a voice on set is to be heard. So the walking tour ended, but in the 60s, under the leadership of company chairman Lou Wasserman and executives Al Dorskin and Jay Stein, the idea of reviving the studio tour as we know it and love it today, began, right? We officially opened this version of the studio tour in the 1960s, 1964 to be more specific, right? We started off with, 4 guides and 2 ticket sellers right there at the bottom of Lancashire, selling tickets out of a wagon, right? And in this area, specifically in the 70s and 80s, we had attractions of yesterday, right? With the rock slide attraction and our burning house attraction, which actually sat right over where our real working fire station sits today, Fire Station 51, named so after the same fire station found in a classic NBC series, Emergency! Exclamation point. Yeah, that's right. I love it. That's the best reaction I've ever gotten to that credit. That's awesome. But hey, in addition to Emergency, plenty of stuff filmed out here in the back lot. To your left-hand side, look at that soundstage. If you look at the artwork on the side, you may be able to guess what filmed inside there. That's right, Dracula, as well as Frankenstein, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, and of course, The Voice, voice reality competition show right here on the backlot. They still film out here on the backlot, just inside one of our other 36 sound stages out here. And speaking of sound stages, to your left-hand side, these are sound stages. They're giant box-shaped buildings. Inside, on their days off, they look like empty warehouses, but they're perfectly right for filmmakers to come on in and manipulate the space into anything they need it to be. We've turned the insides of these sound stages into the town of Whoville for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the visitor center from the original Jurassic Park, and Back to the Future, the top of the clock tower, the ending of that film where Doc Brown is hanging off of the ledge right there. That was built inside of a soundstage and filmed in there. And another movie credit I always love mentioning, over here in this soundstage to your left-hand side, a very famous shower scene was filmed there. You know the one I'm talking about. Dun, 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 dun. That's right, 1960 Psycho, the shower scene filmed inside of Soundstage 7 over there. A perfect example of an interior scene, or a scene that takes place indoors. That's primarily what these sound stages are used for, right? Over here to your left-hand side, you're seeing Soundstage 14, where they're filming interior scenes for the dramatic retelling of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, simply titled Bel-Air, starring Jabari Banks and Ollie Charlton. It's a fantastic show, and this is their base camp right here for Bel-Air, right? Base camp. When you're working with 400 acres of backlot, it's pretty smart to have a centralized area to keep your cast and crew where you can feed them, clothe them, do their makeup, and then when they're ready to go, you put them in a transportation van and send them anywhere across the backlot you need them to go, right? Or in the case of Bel-Air, you just need to hop inside of a soundstage right over here. And inside of Soundstage 14, they also filmed 6 seasons of the NBC comedy Superstore with America Ferrera, Ben Feldman. The Arctic Research Lab set from the John Carpenter's The Thing, right? That was built inside of Soundstage 14. The top of Mount Crumpet from Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And the Royal Slumber Party from Princess Diaries 2, A Royal Engagement. The scene where they're sliding down the stairs with the mattresses, filmed inside of Soundstage 14. The point I'm trying to make is that these buildings, like the ones on your right-hand side up ahead, the versatility cannot be understated. And thanks to practical effects, weather effects, and lighting effects, we can turn the insides of these sound stages into any time of day, any day of the year, any year throughout history. And hey, speaking of history, television history, some of my favorites have been produced inside of these sound stages to your right-hand side. Up on your screens, the titles you're about to see, yeah, these are some of those favorites of mine. From Leave It to Beaver to The Munsters to Columbo, and even Different Strokes with Conrad Bain and Gary Coleman filmed inside of these sound stages. Sabrina the Teenage Witch with Melissa Joan Hart, Xena Warrior Princess, and hey, even more recent hits like The Office with Steve Carell, Jenna Fisher, John Krasinski, and The Good Place with William Jackson Harper, Ted Danson, and Kristen Bell. Ted Danson, he plays a character named Michael, and his Office set was built inside of Soundstage 19 over here on your right-hand side, where they also filmed the Oval Office scenes for a little Best Picture Oscar winner from Universal. You may have heard of it, Oppenheimer. That's right, filmed inside of Soundstage 19 over here. Over here to your left-hand side, celebrating our 60 years, we got one of our celebrity sightings, Ted, the lovable teddy bear from Ted 1, 2, and his prequel series on our Peacock streaming service. That's right, we have Ted and his Thunder Buddy for life going through the trials and tribulations of high school together. Check it out.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, Ted. It's a prequel series set in 1993. That means our skilled craftspeople had to build a high school, a house, and even recreate downtown Boston as it looked back in the day, using exterior sets and facades that you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, Ted is intended for mature audiences only. So grown-ups, tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch. Oh, come on!
Ted is a fantastic show. Yeah, check it out on our Peacock streaming service. But before your favorite movies and TV shows can come to be, they first gotta be written, they gotta have their actors cast, they have to scout out their locations for filming, right? And all that pre-production work can be done inside of these offices to your left-hand side. These were once the home away from homes for stars back in the day, like Lucille Ball, Rock Hudson, Doris Day, Jimmy Stewart. Nowadays, yeah, we still service some of the top creative talent in the industry, from Amy Pascal and Pascal Pictures, bringing you some of those Spider-Man films of recent years, both live action and animated, to Blackmail Production. He brought you Space Jam: A New Legacy, and Mark Platt. He's a Broadway producer, currently working on Wicked, a 2-part film adaptation of the musical From the Great White Way, which Mark Platt was also responsible for bringing to life. Now, these sound stages to your left-hand side, you might have seen there was a big old poster over there. That's where they're filming Lopez versus Lopez with George Lopez and his daughter Mayan Lopez, right? Filmed inside of that sound stage over here to your left, and also filmed inside of this neighboring sound stage to your left. We've got the new Justin Spitzer show, St. Denis Medical, starring David Allen Greer and Wendy McLennan-Covey, right? Wendy McLennan-Covey, you may recognize her from Reno 911, Bridesmaids, The Goldbergs, and much, much more. Inside the soundstage as well, they also filmed Hairspray Live back in 2016 with Ariana Grande. Now get this, Hairspray Live. The key word is live. So during commercial breaks, the cast and crew would find themselves running back and forth between their interior sets inside of the soundstage to your left and across the street into our large-scale exterior sets of the metropolitan area. Dressed up to look like a 1960s Baltimore for Hairspray Live. But these sets can be used for movies that take place in Chicago, Boston, New York, San Francisco, and even international destinations, as well as fictional ones. Anything your imagination can come up with, right? We're going to be driving through Brownstone Street here, where they film movies like Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey, Jennifer Aniston, Gone Girl with Rosamund Pike, Ben Affleck, The Changeling with Angelina Jolie, Elvis filmed his very last movie out here, Change of Heart, and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, with Kevin McAllister throwing bricks down from the rooftops over there, the Sticky Bandits, right? Mostly shot on location in New York, but for that specific scene, they came right out here to the Universal backlot. But from BEA beautiful sets to iconic. Folks, let's get executive producer Bob Gale and star of the Back to the Future film franchise, Leah Thompson, to tell you a little bit more about our next visit.
Welcome to the Courthouse Square. These sets were used to create Hill Valley in the Back to the Future films.
And they represent multiple time periods. 1985, 1955, and the far, far distant future, 2015. To this day, this is one of the most popular sets on the Universal Studio Tour.
We had a lot of fun making those films here on the lot. I wonder what it'd be like to go back to those days. If only we had a time machine.
Hey, everybody, do you think we can get this tram up to 88 miles per hour?
No.
That's right, folks, here about to enter into Courthouse Square, famous from the Back to the Future film franchise. Now, as we're about to enter, Karen is walking through, passing out some 3D glasses. Yeah, in the future, we all wear 3D glasses. Even, you know, just for normal purposes. How they do it in 2015, yeah? But hey, folks, from 2015 to the 1980s to the 1950s, yeah, this is the set from Back to the Future. And look, we got a star sighting. We got Doc Brown over here. Oh my goodness. Hey, we're going to take some photos from the comfort of our trolley, but do say hello to Doc on your way through. That's right. And hey, does anyone know what the original idea for the time machine was supposed to be, right? It wasn't always supposed to be a DeLorean. It wasn't always supposed to be a car. Anyone? Not a hot tub either. It was a refrigerator, right? Yeah. Isn't that crazy, John? Oh, it's always a pleasure, Doc. Thank you so much, all right? Likewise, Doc. Well, hey, folks, I hope you enjoyed your little visit through Courthouse Square. These sets, of course, famous from Back to the Future, but built back in 1948 and first used for a movie called An Act of Murder, right? And keeping that scary legacy up, we did have the very first episode of the Twilight Zone film out here, right? Titled, Where Is Everybody? Lone pilot crash lands in this small town, wanders around and asks himself that very question, where is everybody? But hey, Leah, can you tell us a little bit more about your favorite productions out here?
Great Scott, it's time to go back to the future. This famous line, along with Isn't He a Dreamboat, were uttered right here at Courthouse Square, aka Hill Valley, from 1985's Back to the Future. Courthouse Square was also used in Bye Bye Birdie and To Kill a Mockingbird, long before my son ever saved the clock tower. And glamour trams have been passing by this same set since 1964. Take a look at some recent productions featuring this iconic location.
We got TV shows like Rutherford Falls with Ed Helms and Janice Schmieding. That's also where Ted went to high school in the prequel series, right? And yeah, from small town, Courthouse Square to the Big Apple. Welcome to our big New York City street set, where one of the biggest stars in Universal history once roamed around. Tell you more about that, here's our next guest star of the 60th anniversary. We got Jack Black from King Kong 2005.
And self-action.
Did you know the Metro sets were once the home to Hollywood's biggest star? Right here is where the original studio tour King Kong attraction resided from 1986 until 2008. He stood 30 feet tall and weighed in at 13,000 pounds.
It went on fire.
Over the years, millions of guests got to meet King Kong face to face as he shook the tram. So close you could feel his hot banana breath.
You can almost taste it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's my last line, and then tram moves on to the next thing.
We'll write you some more next time, alright? I love you, Jack. Actually, he's one of my favorite actors. School of Rock. Oh. From that movie on, he could do no wrong in my eyes. We'll love him in that, alright? But hey, from musicals like School of Rock to action like Spider-Man 2, get this. Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, right? He's running late for Mary Jane's play. She's in The Importance of Being Earnest, and she's actually performing inside of that building right over there, the Lyric Theater. Well, not actually inside that building. Most of these buildings that you're seeing, yeah, there's not a whole lot going on inside, right? They're just exteriors, perfect for the camera outside. Look great from the outside. Again, not a whole lot going on the inside. Kind of like yours truly up here, right? But hey, Spider-Man 2, yeah, Tobey Maguire, he runs up to that theater, right? He's a little late for the show, and he's turned away by the usher, played by Bruce Campbell, right? And yeah, he has to wait until the show is over in order to see Mary Jane. Get this, same movie, Spider-Man 2, right? Across the street over here, there's that black and gold trim building over there, that storefront. There's a scene where Doc Ock throws a taxi cab into the cafe, rudely interrupting a date between Peter Parker and Mary Jane, right? Filmed right over there across the street from the Lyric Theater. And what I love about that, those two scenes in Spider-Man 2, they take place all the way across town from one another. But in reality, they were filmed right across the street from one another. How about that? Another little piece of movie-making magic, that Lyric Theater over there. I mentioned Spider-Man 2, you know, he has to wait until after the show is over, and when the show is over, you see, you know, hundreds of people exiting out of that theater, right? That's what you would expect to see in a New York setting, right? Well, let's say your budget only allows you to hire, let's say 20 people. What do? Well, you get 10 on this side, 10 on this side. Get your camera in front of that doorway, yell action, they walk in one giant circle, right? They go through, into the frame of the camera, then out of the frame, right? On their way back around that second time, they're picking up their new costume piece, right? And then boom, right through that same scene over and over and over again. Taking 20 people and making them look like hundreds if we have to, right? So go back, watch your favorite movies and TV shows. Look in the background. You might see some of the same actors popping up over and over and over again. Sometimes in the same costume, sometimes in completely new pieces. But from the concrete jungles of our metropolitan city, street sets up the hill to the lush jungles of Skull Island. And Peter Jackson, not only did he bring King Kong back to the silver screen in 2005, he also revived King Kong for our studio tour. And when Universal initially asked him to work on this project, well, hey, this is what Peter Jackson had to say.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV.
Oh, my camera's high.
8 or 9 years old.
My camera! My camera!
I like films that just take you away from your real life and
My camera!
Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a
Oh,
lost
my
island,
camera!
monsters and creatures from prehistoric times.
I have
I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
That's right, folks. And as we make our return, I just want to point out things are going to get a little bumpy out there. So do hold on to all your loose articles. Do take as many photos and as videos as you'd like. Just refrain from any flash photography. Don't want to attract any unwanted attention from local residents out there on the island, all right? But hey, for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride in to Skull Island.
No. Yes, there is supposed to be audio. Oh, I'm gonna die. No.
Oh, they're hungry, they're hungry, they're hungry! Congratulations, everyone! You just survived King Kong 363D! Oh my goodness. Now, those 3D glasses y'all have on, you look really stylish in them, not gonna lie, but you don't need them, at least not for now. So do us a favor, take off those 3D glasses, do hold on to them, because King Kong 363D back there, that's the second largest 3D experience in the world.
Wow.
What's the first? I'll tell you about that later. But for now, King Kong 360, hopefully, King Kong 363D, brought to us by those awesome folks over at Weta Effects, a New Zealand-based digital effects company. And if you don't know them by name, you certainly know them by reputation. They brought the world of Pandora to life for James Cameron's Avatar films. They've won Oscars for their work in movies like Life of Pi, Disney's The Jungle Book, The Hobbit trilogy, The Lord of the Rings trilogy, and any superhero movie, be it Marvel or DC, yeah, you've seen Weta Effects work, right? But from digital effects to big old practical sets, like the one you're seeing on your left-hand side. Again, passing by our Metropolitan City Street sets once more, the back side. Again, giving you the behind-the-scenes tour. Yeah. Over here, we got some picture cars, actually. Check it out. That ambulance over there, some people are like, is that a real ambulance? It could be, but they're also filming St. Dennis Medical around these parts, right? So those could just be easily, just as easily be picture cars. And picture cars, they're any vehicles that you see on screen, bring your characters from point A to point B, and yeah, to give you a great sense of time and place when it comes to your project. A great visual cue, yeah? Now, up ahead on your right-hand side, you are going to see a site that our general tours don't really get a chance to see, and it's a wonderful homage to our classic Universal monsters, right? Brought to us by street artist Tristan Eaton. This is our monster mural. Check it out. It's got all the greats on there. We got Dracula. We got the creature from the Black Lagoon. We got the Wolfman. We've got Frankenstein. We've got the Bride of Frankenstein. And, of course, the Invisible Man. It took Tristan Eaton a couple of months to do this all by himself, right? Thousands of cans of spray paint to do so. And it was all done freehand. So, hey, pretty intense stuff. And yeah, speaking of scary projects, look over here to the left-hand side. You are going to see beyond Soundstage 34, the soundstage where they filmed The Voice. Right over there. And really scary in the sense that, hey, if you're a contestant on the show, you go out there on that stage, and yeah, it's time for your big moment. Yeah, you might get some nerves on there, right? But yeah, that is where they currently filmed The Voice. But up ahead again, speaking of scary stuff, anyone fans of Jordan Peele? I love his movies, right? Us was filmed inside of Soundstage 32 and 33 over there, right? The very ending scenes, yeah? And also the beginning of Nope, when they have the horse commercial that they're filming, it's inside of that soundstage there. And then the very end of that scene, when they're driving home from the studio, they're driving down this road right here. You can see the lake and the soundstages in the background. You can play my favorite game, Hey, I've Been There, right? It's very simple. You go home, watch your favorite movies and TV shows. The second you think you recognize the Universal backlot, you shout out, Hey, I've been there. You know, it's a great game, makes you really popular amongst all your friends. And to add to your arsenal of Hey, I've Been There, that lake that we just drove by, right over here to your left-hand side, that is our Hollywood Ocean. Now, we also lovingly call Park Lake, but we can use it to film any kind of water scenes we want. In addition, to a little creature flick from 1954 titled Creature from the Black Lagoon. Check it out. There's Park Lake and the Hollywood Ocean. Hey, I've been there. Check it out. And yeah, we'll talk about those Universal monsters a little bit more later on in our tour, but right now, we're going to get you off the trolley for your very first off-trolley set visit. And this one's a really special one. We're going to walk you inside our prop warehouse where we keep our big old set pieces and props ready on reserve for films and TV shows, all right? Now, we're walking through this area. First off, we didn't think you on board the trolley. We'll be coming back to the same trolley in about 20 minutes or so, right? So feel free to just leave anything you like that you don't want to carry around. Of course, bring anything you want with you. We're going to watch our step as we get off the trolley, open up that water chest for fresh bottles of water, your 3D glasses. Yeah, you can just leave them here on your seats. You will need them later on, so just make sure you have a pair still. And when walking through this building, you're going to notice as we're walking through a lot of items scattered about, right? Making it a pretty tight squeeze to walk through. So we're going to split up into our two respective VIP tour guides, all right? So if you're with Karen, Karen, you guys want to go in first? Perfect. So, hey, Karen and Karen's group, you guys are going first. Austin's group, just hang tight for a second. Now, there is one very special rule. Obviously, no touching of any items when you're walking through here, but the real special rule is no photos and no videos. Just inside this building, and there is a good reason, all right? We'll tell you maybe a little bit about that when we're walking through, all right? But for now, just, explore with your eyes and only your eyes, watch your step, and enjoy your visit through the prop warehouse. But hey, the next stop that we take after the prop warehouse, photos go nuts. So do bring your cameras with you, but just, hey, don't take any photos inside the building.
He's live streaming. No, I am not.
He's making a video. Dude, these two guys were screaming at, Jacob, we're falling, because the video was Jacob was screaming even louder. It's like,
I was screaming at mommy.
no, I wasn't. I was just like,
Oh, Jacob, look, we're falling, we're falling. Sorry, Mom, but you're gonna have to put that in your pocket.
Alright, welcome back team, and this nice coachable trolley. Got more about there. Take a look on your screen, you can see what this looked like when it was all dressed up for the good place. Ready? Here's my favorite game. That's where we were. That's the fountain.
that's exactly where we were.
Okay, the afterlife, come on. I've never ever seen this.
You're in a good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
And we were right there. At the yogurt stuff. Pretty cool, right? Like also was saying, a lot of classic monsters got their start here. In fact, during the Great Depression, that's basically what we were making was monster movies. We kind of invented the horror genre. So if you're a big fan of horror movies, you are welcome. And if you're like me and you're a big scaredy cat, I'm very sorry to inform you. But it's pretty cool, right? That's our history. So during the Great Depression, a lot of people weren't spending money on going to see movies. And Universal was like, we got to do something or else we're going to have to sell off our land. That's why we're one of the largest movie studios to this day. We didn't sell off any of our land. The other studios all sold off their land to make ends meet and weren't able to recoup it once the Great Depression was over. But we made the monster movies. The very first one we made was Dracula. It was marketed as a dark romantic comedy because horror didn't exist. You know, just a vampire looking for love. They released around Valentine's Day. It became an absolute sensation, and we started just making them from then on out. On our left-hand side, this is what we call the home and family house. This was built for a show on Hallmark called The Home and Family. This is a practical set. It looks like a house from the inside and a house from the outside. You can film both the inside and outside of it. It was kind of a DIY talk show, so this house got a couple of cool things. It got 2 kitchens. Have you ever watched one of those shows? And they're like, we're going to put this raw turkey in the oven and we'll see you after the commercial break. And then after the commercial break, it's fully cooked and there's not a single mess in the kitchen. That's because they have 2 kitchens. One in the garage making a mess and one on camera that's pristine and crystal clear. A couple of things have recently filmed here. If you watched Bel Air, that's the influencer house, Pete Davidson's butt kiss filmed in there recently. Probably the most recent thing that people keep recognizing it from, which I love. Did anyone watch the Super Bowl this year? Yeah, do you remember the Agent State Farm commercial with Arnold Schwarzenegger? We couldn't say Dave-Off. And he dives out of a burning house. That was the burning house that he dove out of. When they yell cut, he's like, they're sitting in that area that we just drove by. So go home and look it up on YouTube. You'll see it again. Now we're driving down a street that we call Denver Street. So Denver Street used to be home to a lot of classic Western stars. And it's home to literally some of the oldest sets on our lot. You can see on your right-hand side. Date all the way back to the silent film era. And we also did a lot of Westerns out here. Obviously, we talked about how all of our sets are kind of temporary, made out of non-permanent materials. That was especially important in the Westerns where they were doing fight sequences like these.
You're just gonna start things up here. That I am.
Dare you hit that man?
I love this scene because this is actually really cool. So in the silent Westerns, a lot of the cowboys were jockeys. They were shorter guys, smaller, lighter guys, right? But they were really good at handling horses, so that's why they would hire them to be cowboys. Obviously, this is not the silent film era, but they would use really similar techniques as to what's going on in this scene right here with the jockeys. So jockeys are shorter, lighter guys. Kirk Douglas on the left-hand side is about 5'10". John Wayne is about 6'3". But in this sequence, they're the same height. So Kirk Douglas is actually standing on a box to make him look taller. And I know that Kirk Douglas is standing on a box, because watch.
And hit the ground first. Mine was taller.
John Wayne exits camera, Kirk Douglas stays put, because if he walked away, he would lose about 3 inches of height, right? We'll drive by our Western sets a little bit later, but the street that we're going to drive on is actually paved. It used to be made entirely out of dirt. They would actually dig trenches in the dirt and make the tall ladies walk in the trenches, and the short guys would walk at land level to make them look taller, because, you know, little guys, you gotta protect them. You gotta make sure that they're feeling burly and tough. When we drive by 6 Points 2, you're gonna see a lot of the, I hear him scream. George, are you down there? I would get out of the water if I were you. Well, that's awkward. We're just gonna pull ahead here.
But he's right there.
To this safe location that James knows. We're just gonna hide behind this dock that has these barrels on it. I'm sure these barrels have nothing dangerous inside of them, because it would be absolutely insane to put dangerous barrels on a dock unattended like this.
Why you were touching that stuff?
I don't know.
Oh, I can feel the heat. It's actually feel fire. Oh, you got it.
Oh man, the good news is that the shark isn't coming after us, right?
Nah. Yeah.
Oh no, he is. Look out.
Oh god. Oh. 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 Dude, that
Here
scared
it
me.
comes again. One more time. One more time. Yay! Give it up for Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. Bye, Bruce. Guys, do you know what kind of shark Bruce is? Shout it out. Great white. Great guess. He's plastic. Great white sharks can't swim backwards. See how he does that? He's very talented. So our shark is named Bruce. A lot of people think that the shark on the movie was named Jaws. It wasn't. It was named Bruce. Steven Spielberg named the shark after his attorney, Bruce Raymer, because he was a shark in the courtroom. Steven Spielberg, funny guy. Our shark does that 200 times a day on a busy summer day. Steven Spielberg's shark did not do that. He tested it in fresh water like this. He brought it out to the Atlantic Ocean, which is very famously salt water, and it sank the shark to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean on the first day of filming. They called the production flaws, because it just didn't work. Just kept sinking. It put the production 100 days behind schedule. It was saved by a woman by the name of Verna Field. She was the editor of Jaws. She edited the movie in such a way that you didn't see the shark until the end. Jaws won 1 Academy Award, and it was for editing. So, pretty cool lady, Brenna Fields.
Flood.
Now,
Flood.
Jaws took place on the East Coast, where there's a lot more weather. Out here in Southern California, we don't have so much weather, so if we want weather, we actually have to make it ourselves. So we're going to show you how we do it. So we got thunder coming out of speakers, and then the lightning is being made with strobe lights on top of the buildings. And then let me just see if I can get some rain going for you guys here.
3, 2, 1.
All right, I think I should make it rain in 3, 2, 1. Action. There it is. Cool. Now this rain is actually being made using a high-tech piece of filmmaking equipment. They call them sprinklers. Yeah,
We know what's
we actually shoot the water up in the air. We let it fall down naturally using gravity. Yeah, sprinklers and gravity. It's very high-tech, right?
We know.
But what is cool is you get to control it. So if you want less sinister rain and maybe a soft romantic rain, one that you can have like a nice kiss in the rain too, let me just turn down the rain. Oh, mamma mia. I'm sorry, guys. I hit the wrong button.
No.
If I leave the rain running for too long, I'm throwing the flash flooding right here. So hold on to your valuables. You can actually see it in the movie Big Fat Liars, starring Academy Award nominee Paul Giamatti, Frankie Muniz, and Amanda Bynes. Nominated for our movie, The Holdovers, this last season. Check it out. Paul Giamatti runs up the hill, but then his stunt double falls down the hill. You know who did that water in 6-inch heels and didn't use a stunt double? Was Lady Gaga for her Judas music video, which also filmed here. She put fire in that fountain. I love talking about music videos because they're really easy to look up. So check it out. You'll see that fountain on fire in Lady Gaga's Judas music video. You'll also see, this is Old Mexico. Old Mexico was used in The Three Amigos with Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase. It was also used in Nacho Libre with Jack Black, star of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, another one of our movies there. So Old Mexico's been seen in a lot of stuff. I think someone was talking about animated films, right? Hop actually filmed out there as well. That's a classic example of combining animation and real life sets. He's using Hop. There was a recent commercial with Matthew McConaughey, and I'm blanking on what it was for. It was like an AI thing, but they came out here and they filmed it, and it slowly morphed into animation. Oh man. Salesforce. It was for Salesforce. Yeah, if you look up Matthew McConaughey Salesforce, you'll see the set slowly morph into animation. It was very interesting. So this is our old Western sets. Welcome to 6 Points. These are the oldest sets on the back lot. Like I said, they date all the way back to the silent film era. We call it 6 Points because there used to be 6 different roads where you could film 6 different movies at the same time during the silent film era. And this is studio tour history. We got started by bringing people out into bleachers out here on the 6 Point sets and watching movies being made in the silent film era. So obviously we can't do that anymore because we use sound in movies. But we still have these sets here. Not 6 roads anymore, 1 road. The most recent thing that's a big blockbuster that kind of filmed here was Quentin Tarantino's 9th film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Whenever they were on the set of the fictional TV show Lancer, they were out here. Also, this is used in the original color purple, where Whoopi Goldberg playing Celie gets her pants shop. This is where her pants shop is. It was featured as Australia in Saving Mr. Banks, another great Disney movie. Quantum Leap was out here killing it with Craig Robinson. So lots of cool things have used our sets, and I hope you're noticing the doors and how they're all different sizes for those short guys and tall ladies, right? These are also great examples of facades. You can see this building has 2 front walls and nothing behind it. So you got to make sure that you dress up those windows when you're filming out here so that you're not seeing the sound stages in the background over there when we drive by. All right. So when we turn the corner, we're going to see that Hollywood's ocean again. It did play the whole ocean again, using that forced perspective. If all you see on camera is small boats, you're going to think that they're in a huge body of water. And they actually did that for King Kong Skull Island as well. You can see this huge boat on screen here, but actually it's a very teeny tiny little boat. Oh, again, when you're on, the only thing on camera is that big boat, it really works out well. And it makes it a lot easier to make the effects too, right? You don't have to make it rain over a giant boat, you have to make it rain over a little tiny boat. You want smoke rolling in or fog, you can make waves using shovels. It makes it a lot easier than if you're using a giant boat. And the effect works really well, except for when a duck comes through. Call that a blooper. And then you can see the duck is the same size as the boat, and it ruins the whole effect. So we were talking about, right, Animal Island right here. This is kind of built for the studio tour, and they filmed off the coast of Martha's Vineyard for the actual Jaws movie. But Amity Island has been featured in a ton of things. It was featured for 12 seasons in Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury. You can see it played Cabot Cove, Maine. You can still see Cabot Cove on the boathouse over there on your right-hand side. Key and Peele, again, for my Key and Peele fans. And you remember the Megan sketch when Keegan-Michael Key was running after Jordan Peele? He's like, Megan, you forgot your jacket. And he's like, wow! And he's like rowing away in a boat. He literally rowed right over where the Jaws pops out of the water at you guys. This set on the right-hand side is awesome. This is another cool practical set, one you can film both inside and outside of. This is the Chicken Ranch. It was used for the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, starring Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. It was also used as the Firefly Mansion in Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses. Two really different movies. Don't recommend getting them mixed up. One is really scary. One's scary if you're afraid of Texas, which is teach their own, I guess. It actually used to be built on Soundstage 12. It would swing open on hinges like a dollhouse. You could film the top floor and the bottom floor for those large dance sequences in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. On your left, what we're passing is Colonial Street. So Colonial Street is Wisteria Lane and all 8 seasons of Desperate Housewives on ABC. It was also used as Candy Cane Lane. If anyone watched that movie on Amazon Prime this year with Eddie Murphy, yeah, that's Candy Cane Lane right back there. That greenhouse is Matlock's house, which I know the kids are excited about, but they're actually rebooting Matlock with his granddaughter. Kathy Bates is going to be playing his granddaughter, so they just redid that house. It looks gorgeous. Take a look on your left, the Lion and Safe signs from Back to the Future. These are cool. These are actually replicas. They were brought to us by a fan base. They made replicas of the Lion and Safe signs for us for the 30th anniversary. So they are identical replicas of the Lion and Safe signs, and they fit on Steven Spielberg Drive. Steven Spielberg Drive, named, of course, for Steven Spielberg. We name all of our streets after guys that have made big names for themselves out here. You'll see Janet Leigh Drive up ahead. Kirk Douglas has got his own drive as well. But Steven Spielberg Drive, this particular area is, well, it's perfect because he's the producer of Back to the Future, but this particular area is called Wilderness Road. So you're going to see a lot of bushes and trees, not a whole lot going on, but that's kind of the point. How we talk about how we're the largest movie studio in all of Hollywood. We leave this area underdeveloped on purpose. So if you want to film a camping scene, or you want to find a body in the woods, or you want to just go out to the middle of nowhere, this is actually where you do it. They filmed Bird Box, starring Sandra Bullock out here. Yeah, she was blindfolded. You probably saw more of the movie than she was, because your eyes were covered the whole time. It's a great movie, right? If she'd taken off the blindfold, she would have been out here on our Wilderness Road. And again, it speaks to why we love the backlot. We've got power outlets all out here. We've got access to restrooms, Wi-Fi. They don't have that in the middle of nowhere. So we like to film as much as we can on the backlot where you have a lot more control over your environment. Also, if anyone's a fan of Never Have I Ever, Davy's limousine breaks down on the way to prom out here on Wilderness Road. That's another one. If you want to say, I've been here on the backlot, you can spot the whole backlot. Never Have I Ever. When she goes to Princeton, that's the clock tower from Back to the Future. Who knew, right? Now, speaking of Steven Spielberg, hi guys, we're going to be turning into one of Steven Spielberg's epic movies. This is the set of War of the Worlds. This is a real Boeing 747. Here's what it looked like when they used it in the movie with Tom Cruise and Young Dakota Fanning.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision that Spielberg had.
First again, to sit down and talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good.
We're the astronauts.
Close your eyes, okay? Now closed. Bobby, get in. Get in.
The world is ending and he has to tell his teenager twice to get in the car. It's very realistic, right? So this is a real Boeing 747. Nothing was wrong with it. It was retired in an airplane graveyard. They purchased it for about $60,000. Not too bad for an airplane. Cost them about $200,000 to ship it here on the back of 3 flatbed trucks because Amazon Prime doesn't cover airplanes. We shouldn't give Jeff Bezos any ideas. This is a Paramount picture. Usually big sets like this will ask them to take them down, but we love this set. So we asked Steven Spielberg to leave it up so we could have it for the studio tour. He said, no problem, no one can film here for 5 years. After that, you can do whatever you want. The first thing that filmed here was an episode of America's Next Top Model. So you never know. Now we are going to be passing, this is another really cool piece of studio tour history. This is the house from the movie Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 film. Let me see if I can show you guys what it looked like in the film here.
Psycho.
You'll see it up on the hill there. So it's actually built to 3/4 scale, so it looks even further away. And you can see in the film, they actually only built the front 2 walls originally. When they filmed the sequels, they added the back wall, so now it's a shell. Nothing going on inside, just a facade. As we come around the corner, though, this is actually really cool. This was built for the 60th anniversary as well. This is a scale replica of the Hollywood sign. Our letters are about 10 feet tall, but it was built literally to scale. So we got the Hollywood sign stamp of approval. We're celebrating our 60th year. They're celebrating their 100th year. And just for the 60th anniversary, guys, we are bringing back what we used to call Prop Plaza. So we used to get you off the tour and walk around and take a look at props and take as many pictures as you want, and we're doing it again, guys. So this is a really cool limited stop that's only happening for the summer of the 60th anniversary. So we're going to give you guys some time to walk around, take pictures, see what you see out there. So it's just about 5 of 2. So what do you think, Austin? We give until, find a spot, and then we'll set a meeting time for you guys, like 20 minutes or so, to walk around. Feel free to bring water with you. Feel free to leave your stuff on the trolley. I'm gonna get right back on here, but we'll give you 20 minutes. There's real props out there to take pictures of. I love the big shopping cart. You can see that in The Incredible Shrinking Woman. You can see it. They rode it down the hill in the Jackass movie. They rode it in RuPaul's Drag Race. So the big shopping cart's one of my favorite things out there. The glamour trim is original. They found it by the Hilton and they restored it. It's gorgeous. So feel free to roam out there, guys. Well, if you guys hop off, stay with us. We'll make sure that you cross the street safely, and then we'll meet a meeting spot and we'll set a time for you guys, okay? All right.
Wait, you don't have to. Can I bring photos? Yeah. What up? Are we leaving? Yeah. Well, we're not leaving stuff. No, we're not.
Don't run away, okay?
What?
If you guys get lost, I'm leaving.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the woods is, it was literally, everything happens except for that thing.
You want some water, buddy?
Let's go, let's go. Yeah, we're just stopping by the Bates Motel. Hold the camera for now because I have to put my bottle. Yeah. No, give me that. No, bro, I just think yes, sir.
You know what? There's some vending machines just on the other side of the Bates Motel right here. But hey, folks, do us a favor. Yeah, self-guided portion of the tour, right? So go through, take some photos. We're gonna meet you back up. Yeah, let's give you about 20 minutes. So yeah, just 20 minutes after the hour. All right, we'll meet you right over here at 2:20. You'll see there's a big King Kong photo up. It's actually just right there around the corner. There's that black wall right there. On the other side, there's the King Kong photo up. Meet us on this side right over here. Making total sense right now.
Right behind the King Kong photo.
Right behind King Kong photo, yeah. So yeah, we'll see you there at 2:20. And if you're there beforehand, hey, no worries. Chill out, relax, enjoy yourself, all right?
Is there a good place over there to get a picture of that Psycho house?
You know what? There's a Psycho car right over there. Yeah, you can see others.
Guys, I see the car. Where they hide the body in the back. Yeah. Where? Look, it's Mother's house. Look, it's Mother's house. Oh, yeah, it's Mother's house. Look, it's the car. Yeah, I'm going inside the office. Okay, let's go, boy. Okay, guys, here's the Bates Motel. Sorry if I talk a little deep. Slippery when wet, shivering me timbers. I'm a step. Boo! It's him. I did eye contact on it. No. Not. No. You're his next victim. Shark! I am not his next victim. Did I seriously put the King Kong? You have to wait for a long line. He doesn't want to go. I don't know where the door is. Ask my parents, I don't know. Bro? No, what's that sticker? Bro, I got this from a hotel from San Diego. Mi caso es tu caso. Wait, does that mean my castle and your castle? Yeah. Oh yeah, Jacob, you're... Dude, what is that line? Oh. Smart, what iPhone is this? iPhone 11 Pro Max. What? Mom goes to elementary school just to know. Yeah, he had to go to elementary. He does too. First grade. Bro, that's third grade. No, you're first. Bro. Bro, I'm in first grade. I know you are. Ignore him, dude. It looks like you're first grade. No? I'm gonna check what. He's making a video. Yeah, that's a video, but first he has to do that. By the way, guys, this kitty is literally from teaching kindergarten. AKA TK. Bro! You guys are nothing.
Yeah. Why else would people touch her?
I feel like that one doesn't make sense.
Oh man! There is a cool zone. What is out? But we have to get back in line. We have to get out of line. Chill. Take some water. You guys, caution. Slippery when wet. Guys, Do you know what Alex told me at PE? What? Jackson Miller raises up. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. And then, and what did Sarah say after? What did Jackson come fighting? Raises up Sarah. I thought it was Jackson Hernandez. Oh, what did he say? I forget, but I know that after when Jackson raises her up, Sarah said, "Oh yes, Daddy." What kind of Sarah? Mrs. Dickens or the new one? The same one. The same one is good. No. I don't want to know how tall this is. Yeah, now we got air. I'm sorry, but there we go. Ah! Dude, I think we're free. Guys, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna put water. No! No, I can spin it. What do you mean? You didn't even spin it. Yeah, look. Is that actually from a movie scene? Yeah. Yeah, that's horrible. How do they catch him? Bro! No, that? You talking about that? No, it's not. Last time I went out with the grade. Or imagine it's real and it bites that girl's head. No, I'm pretty sure it actually is. But I think it's a different shot. Guys, I think I just heard a gunshot. Okay. Emma's doing for Mr. Guys, the water came down from my neck. Does you also remember last time there used to be swimming in the water? Yeah. The police. It's really from their mouth. I know. Jacob. Yes, it is. No one's there. Oh! Jacob! Jacob! Don't try that. Don't try it. Now all of these kids are quitting now. Alright, go, Mom. Jacob, you can't do it! Oh my god, the socks wires! That? Oh no! Where did these wires come from? Ooh. Bro, there's blood coming out! You would actually move. Oh, shit. Oh no! Shiver me timber!
Hi, welcome back, guys. That was a little cool off-Charlie victory, right? Just for the summer, which is awesome. You guys get to experience that. And, you know, with the 60th, like Austin was kind of pointing out before, a lot of celebrities that kind of are on the lot or in the Universal family recorded some new media for our trams and our trolleys because they're such big fans of the studio tour, right? A lot of people got their start coming here to Universal on the studio tour. And one of those guys was actually Mr. Jordan Peele himself, who we're all big fans of here.
I remember going to Universal Studios when I was 12 years old, feeling this feeling of wonder. You know, one of my first trips at Universal Studios, seeing the Jaws ride. One of my favorite movies of all time. Just feeling like, that's him. That's the Jaws. But I don't even know if that is the Jaws. I hope it is. Sharing a space with Hitchcock and Spielberg couldn't be more fun.
Alright, if you haven't seen Nope, and you're a big scaredy cat like me and you're afraid of horror movies, I think Nope is a safe movie. You can watch Nope if you're a big scaredy cat like me. I saw Us, and that was the scariest movie I've ever seen. Slept with the lights on for 8 weeks afterwards. I was in my mid-20s. But Nope is fine. You can watch Nope. We're going to be visiting the sets from Jordan Peele's Nope, Jupiter's Claim. And again, these sets are a really cool part of studio tour history. It's the first time in studio tour history that the sets are actually built somewhere else and then brought to our sets. They were built up in Santa Clarita, which is about 30 miles north of here, and then brought here because Jordan Peele is such a big fan of our studio tour. And so they are the real sets, they're just not in their original location. It's also the first time that a black director has a permanent fixture on the backlot. Again, Jordan Peele's such a big fan of the studio tour. We're so thrilled to have him on our backlot. It's also the first time in studio tour history that a set opened the same day as the movie. So in the summer of 2022, when the movie came out, Austin and I could drive you guys through it, and then we'd be like, go see the movie on City Walk. It was awesome. Before we get to the sets from Nope, though, there's a really cool set next to us. I know it doesn't look like much. This is actually a huge concrete basin that holds 2.7 million gallons of water. It takes about 3 days to fill. And you can kind of see through the trees in the back over there. You'll see it more as we drive forward. There's a huge blue wall back there. That is the largest freestanding blue backdrop in the Western Hemisphere. It's used for huge water sequences. So it's been used for movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End. They built an entire pirate ship out there and an entire mermaid lagoon out there. They also used it in the Hunger Games Catching Fire. If you remember when they're in the clock arena and they're coming up out of the water on those pedestals, that was filmed out there. They used it in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Beyonce used it in her music video when she's singing on a taxi cab. One of the most recent blockbusters that filmed out there was actually Top Gun Maverick. A lot of that flying was done practically. You could not pay me enough money to do that. They literally had actors strapped in the back seats of actual fighter jets and had real people flying them around because you can't fake G's on your faces, right? So they really had to have them up there. But the end of the movie when they fly that old plane, it actually didn't have an engine, so they put it out there and had Tom Cruise and Miles Teller out there flying the plane just in front of the blue backdrop. So we use blue screens and green screens interchangeably. It just depends on what your character is wearing, right? If Spider-Man was in front of a blue screen, he would disappear. So you gotta use a green screen. If the Green Lantern was in front of a green screen, he would disappear. So you gotta use a blue screen. So you just gotta be careful in that sense. So here's a couple things throughout our history that Falls Lake has been used for. Even all the way back to 1960, that's literally the lake where Norman buried all the bodies at the end of Psycho. It was also used for Jaws the Revenge, with the fourth Jaws. You can see in the background there's that blue wall, but they actually hand-painted the clouds on there. This is before computer technology, before CGI. That is how they used to do big backdrops like that, which I think is pretty cool. But now, finally, we're going to be visiting the sets of Jupiter's Claim from Jordan Peele's newest release, Nope. Came out summer 2022, like I said. Supposed to represent a fictional Southern California amusement park, and I'm going to let Academy Award winner Jordan Peele tell you about it.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible vision and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, the nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the Winking Well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of a UFO hotspot. Welcome to the world of no.
Huh. I don't think that was close to happen.
What the heck?
The power issues with the trolley. The jean jacket must be right overhead.
Bro, what happened?
Alright, if you're confused by all of that, you gotta go home and watch Nope. And if you were confused by it and you've seen Nope, like I said, these open the same day as the movie, right? So we kind of left it a little nebulous, a little bit like a teaser, so that you want to go see more, watch the movie. Yeah, check it out. Dana Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, Stephen Yeun, walking around on those sets. And now it looks like, since we had some power issues with the trolley, we're going to be heading inside of Sullivan's Truck Repair. They're going to take a quick look at our trolley, and then I'm sure we'll be good to go. And hold on, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? What's going on, guys?
Look, this might be more serious than I thought. What just happened? This is a secure
I don't
line.
know.
Who are you? I'll tell you who I am, boy.
Oh, it's my husband, Brandon Rock Johnson.
What? Oh! What the hell?
I don't know why y'all laughing.
Nah, bro, take me over.
Look under his bed.
Oh, turn me,
This whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service.
And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge. Hell you are.
I'm actually totally fine with
Let
this.
me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks.
Sweet cheeks.
One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out.
Whoa.
Shaw's as ruthless as the combat. He'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger.
Except for me, right, babe?
Other than that, enjoy the ride.
Okay, guys. Well, it looks like one of you's a witness, and it's too late. We're all in this together. You don't need your 3D glasses just yet. We'll tell you when to put them on in just a few minutes. I think what's actually going to happen is we're going to go to a race day after party. Now, we want to blend in as much as possible. So, let's just pretend that we're VIPs rolling up in a party bus. I want to see your best seated dance moves. Let's go. Let the music. Yeah, here we go. It's a true LA party, and we are overdressed.
Oh, crap.
They don't see us. They're just dancing. Dancing in a single file line. That's pretty weird, but I guess that's what parties in LA look like. I don't know. I'm never invited. Oh, not the FBI. Come on, we just got here. Uh-oh. Can someone tell me what we're doing?
This is what we do. This is the race day after party. And the way Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Neil, that's right, party's over. You know how long I took to iron and shit? I'm not. You're under arrest right now. Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's like me. First of all, I don't work for you. Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for? We don't work for nobody. Let's just clear out here, otherwise we can't get into the city. Quarantine, I'm the one holding that. Never mind, a whole lot bigger than yours. Let's move this now. Let's go, Cookie Puss. That ugly pseudo man's cheeks.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family protects you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You did shut off your phone?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle.
See what I'm talking
Call you back. It was all vibrate. Shaw Trace does. I can't hold it forever. Buddy, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
Alright, his name is James. Mr. Vin Diesel. Alright, guys. Our cover's been blown, so why don't we put those 3D glasses on? They'll double as a don't mind the sounds of distant gunfire. We're gonna be nice and safe down here.
No, we're not.
As long as we all lay low and don't draw too much attention to
Jacob,
ourselves.
you ready?
Speak now or you won't get fired! This is our tour.
No! I hate you! Wait a minute, no! Shut up. I can't see! My ear!
We made it! Woo! That was Fast and Furious Supercars. Here's the cast to thank you.
It's all good. We're not through with
I fell out of my seat. I was like, why does the phone
Anytime. That is a generous offer made by Vin Diesel to each and every one of us on this trolley, and I think we should all just do his word, guys. Alright, team. That is it. We've done it.
How are they here? Hey boys, where are we walking again? Tell them where we're walking. I'm too. We were walking to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Bro, we all started getting bumped when we're over there. On the Fast and Furious, bro. I got no, it was on the tram to Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. It was too Fast and Furious. Yeah. Or maybe it's Fast and Furious. No, actually, a lot of the movies are called Fast and Furious, and some movies are Too Fast, Too Furious. Oh yeah, there's another one called Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. Nah, brother's going down the stairs. Also, did you teleport when we went down?
What's that?
You teleported when we were going down.
Okay, I'll take it. Cool. It's a cool show. This show's been around since the 1990s. Way before your time. It's still a good show.
I didn't say it.
Happy birthday, Kyrie. I can tell. Welcome, guys, to your studio
You're
tour.
following us.
Happy today.
And you're going to...
Watch your step down.
You know, miss! Hey! I'm higher. I'm higher than everyone.
Our studio tour is also featured in English and Spanish.
You guys will fall off and get a country. Ah!
And record for
Okay, here's studio tours. Yup! Bro, that's on camera! Why'd you say that? He said the ow! Twerking Kong. What? Bro, it's on camera! What do you mean twerking Kong? Now. No. No. No, bro, I just said twerking Kong. Maybe he said something about Godzilla. Guys, something, nuclear bomb has been planted. Not. Miles, do you eat nuclear bombs for breakfast? Yes. I know, right? They're so tasty. What do you mean nuclear bombs? They're literally so good. Bro, I thought you meant the nuke that blows up everything. Yeah. Yeah, nuclear bombs. They're actually. Let's go to the Simpsons right. Simpsons. How about after we lunch, then we go on the Simpsons?
We'll take you there later on for sure. If not sooner, hey, later. But real fast, PIC, before we head over to Wizarding World and Harry Potter, anyone want to use the restroom real fast? I like to break the day up, 2 rides, bathroom break, 2 rides, bathroom break. And hey, lunch is not too far off from now. So we'll try to squeeze in a mini ride.
Let's just stay here.
Speak now.
Yes, you gotta use it real fast? Go ahead. Do me a favor. Anyone need to straight right there? We'll wait right here on this corner, alright?
Look at water. Why'd you pack all of this stuff? Huh? Why'd you pack all of this stuff? So, I bring the raincoat so I don't get wet. I bring the gloves when my hands get cold. I bring extra clothes when I get wet. Nugget. Literally. No, I'm serious. And also Miles, when me and Jacob and Miles were clapping together on the